Hello, my name is Sebbi, and welcome back to the coffee break in Minecraft. Today is Sunday, March 20th, 2016, and yeah, I am back from my vacation, and so I have a lot of things to talk about because it was absolutely amazing. It was so great going on this journey. And yeah, but first I like to talk about a few other things because this is now Minecraft version 1.9. While I was away, the combat update was released, and so this is now the coverage of my first steps in Minecraft version 1.9, and I'm really excited how the new combat mechanics work, and I think I need a victim. Oh, there is a victim. To find out how I can fight with my sword. Okay, Mr. Spider, we will now enter combat, so take this. Oh. Okay, this was fast. This was pretty easy to kill that spider, so I haven't seen so much of a difference. I thought I have to charge my attacks or so, but no, I can swing my sword as usual, so I'm not quite sure if there's really... I don't know. I think I need to find a different victim to give it another try. And yeah, I even have some new ideas. For instance, I like to replace this stone wall with a glass wall, and behind that glass wall I like to have some kind of waterfall or flowing water. I'm not quite sure. I don't know if this is the right space, but yeah, at some point I like to have a water wall basically. And I think this could look really amazing, but yeah, I don't know where I like to build that wall, but it will be definitely part of my mountain home. And yeah, what else? As I got back home to my apartment on Friday. Okay, new sounds. I got back to my apartment on Friday, and as I started my computer for the very first time after 2 weeks, I had to download, let me just see, I tweeted about this, 23 updates for my Windows and 6 updates for games I have on Steam. And wow, that's crazy. So many things have happened since or during my vacation, and that's crazy. That's really crazy. So, and yeah, then there's also this Minecraft update. So wow, a lot of things have happened while I was away. And here then, before I will now start to talk about my vacation. Ooh, there are some free arrows. Oh, that's fantastic. Can I find another victim to try out this new combat mechanic? This would be really cool. No. Okay, I don't think that there is an evil guy left. That's sad. That's really sad. Yeah, one thing I wanted to say is that the first thing I like to do is to ride over to my my normal home, my tower, because there is the viewer monument, and Yanni the Hook, I think I have butchered your name. I'm very sorry for that, but I'm not quite sure how to properly pronounce your name. But Yanni has asked a few questions for the very first time, and so I can now put their name on the viewer monument. And yeah, this is the first thing I like to do, and this is really a good thing because while I'm riding around, I can talk about my vacation. And before I do this, one last thing. Yanni, I hope you're watching this, because I really appreciate that you leave so many comments on my videos, but can you please make sure that you have enabled the option that someone can reply to your comments, because so far I can't reply to your comments. All the time I try to write a reply, the reply does not get posted, and in this case I think you have to check the option that, yeah, others can reply to your comments. And well, this is really a feature that annoys me a lot on YouTube when I can't reply to someone. And I'm even thinking about, well, if I have once again a comment I can't reply to, I just delete that comment because it's really bad. I like to reply, but I can't do this. So please make sure that you have enabled this option. And yeah, so much about that. Now I can add your name to the list and or to the monument, and I can start to talk about my fantastic journey. So where was I? As I said at the end or during last episode, I was traveling to a destination where I was already 2 times, and well, in this case, it was Iceland. Indeed, I traveled again for the 3rd time to Iceland, and wow, I really love this country. I really love the Icelandic nature. It's so fantastic. It's so amazing to be out there and to see all those, yeah, this amazing landscape, because wow, it's really a scarce environment. There aren't so many flowers, there are just a few trees, and that's really fantastic. And yeah, I was in Iceland during the summer, so in the end, or well, for the first time I was in Iceland in fall. This was late August to early September. The second time was in the summer, from the end of June to the beginning of July, and now in the winter for the first 2 weeks in March. And this was fantastic. By the way, do I have a sign? What is this? Oak boat. Okay, I think I have to do a test drive with that boat, but I need a sign. I hope I have some signs left in the storage room. And yeah, no, I was there in the winter, and wow, this is really fantastic seeing Iceland in the winter, because yeah, there was a lot of ice, there was a lot of snow, and one thing I really... What is this? Can I now carry a shield? Can I still... Oh, I can't block with my sword anymore. Alright. That's interesting. So, wow, there's a lot of things to learn about in this new version of Minecraft. Okay, I can attach the horse to this post, and now I can place the next name tag on the view monument. What do I wanted to say? Oh yeah, Iceland in the winter is fantastic. So amazing, it's so different, and there's a lot of ice, a lot of snow. Unfortunately, while we were there, it started to... Well, all the snow started to melt away because it got really, really warm, and that's really sad. This was really sad, but luckily the first week was, well, a cold week, or there was all that snow left, and it was before the melting began. And yeah, so okay, Yanni, maybe like so, Hook. Okay, you are now a permanent part of the coffee break in Minecraft world. And please make sure that you enable the option that I can reply to your comments, because yeah, otherwise it's really bad if you ask a question and I can't answer your question. And yeah, so much about that. You are now part of the Minecraft world. I will answer your questions once I have time. Right now I like to talk about Iceland, and yeah, I think I will just ride around with my horse a little bit, maybe grab some wheat or so, we will see, because, wow, so much to talk about. And yeah, unfortunately, the snow started to melt away, and toward the end of our journey, there were temperatures up to, I don't know, I think it was around 8 to 10 centigrade or so. So it was really warm, and I think the last day there was even the warmest day, or the warmest place in Europe was in Iceland, and that's crazy. The second warmest place was in Spain, but the warmest place was in Iceland, and that's really crazy. So I don't know what is going on there, and I think it has something to do with the stupid global warming. But oh well, it was fantastic, and as I said, a lot of ice, a lot of snow, and yeah, this also applies to the roads in Iceland, because it's not like, well, I don't know where you live, but here in Germany we have a pretty good infrastructure, and they make sure that all the roads are cleared and free of snow, and when they are not able to, hope I can get up there, and when they are not able to clear the road completely, they use some salt in order to make sure that there is no snow and ice left on the roads, so that everything is safe and secure. But that's not the case on Iceland. Well, they use some plows in order to remove most of the snow, but they don't use salt, and this results in the roads being often covered in ice. And that's really, really amazing when you think about, okay, you are driving on pure ice, and well, they have even some interesting websites or some useful websites where they have an update or where they show the status of the roads so that you can check, okay, this road is free of snow or there are some patches of ice. And sometimes it was really funny. The website said, okay, this road has some patches of ice, but in fact it was the ice had some patches of asphalt, and this was really funny. And so yeah, our car or all the cars are equipped with studded tires, and this is really a new thing because studded tires aren't allowed in Germany. So it was the very first time that I drove with those tires, and wow, that's amazing. You can drive on ice, and well, it feels like you're driving on a normal surface or so. They have such an amazing grip. That's really fantastic, and it was so much fun to draw. Oh, there's ow, there's something, a nickname. Ow. Oh dear, ow. Ooh. Okay, you know, no, I need to. Okay, take this, and ooh, he's hiding. No, dang it, my horse. No, stop shooting my horse. Oh dear. This was bad. And I hear a zombie. Horse. I'm sorry. No. Zombie, horse, eat this. Oh dear. I'm getting attacked. And there's a spider. Oh dear. This is bad. This is really bad. Run, horse, run. Oh dear. Oh, skeleton. Okay. Calm down. Horse, you stay here. I need to eat something. Okay. Still not sure how this new combat mechanic works. I thought I had to charge my attacks, but oh, skeleton. This is not. Ow. This is apparently not the case, or at least I don't. Hi. It still seems to work the same way as it worked before. Okay, there's a spider. Hello. Okay, slice. All right. Okay, I hope I can do this and that. And yeah, so a lot of ice and a lot of snow on the roads, and it was a little bit like in dirt rally. So it was really fun, but it was not that slippery due to the studded tires, and this was perfect, and this was amazing. And yeah, speaking of driving in Iceland, it's quite similar to dirt rally. Well, not completely similar, but there are a lot of gravel roads, and this is really pure fun when you can drive on gravel. And I really enjoyed this during the first 2 days as we were in, or as we visited the Highlands. The Highlands are currently, or during the winter time, they are blocked because they don't clear the snow in the Highlands, and in this case, yeah, you can't drive there. And this is also a thing you really have to keep in mind. You have to respect the nature, and when they say, okay, this road is blocked, you can't drive there, you should really accept this, because yeah, okay, 1-hit kills, that's interesting. Because yeah, the nature is stronger than you are, and even if you have the best driving skills in the world, you can get stuck. And at some point we even, well, helped someone who got stuck in a closed road. So there was really a huge sign, this road is closed, and what was written there? I think something like along those lines, like if you drive on that road and you get stuck, it might cost some money also. I don't know, I can't completely recall what was written on that sign, but they really added the note that if you have a problem or an issue, it's basically your very own fault, because this road is blocked and you're not supposed to drive on that road. And this is really a thing you should respect and, well, yeah, respect and make sure that you don't drive on that road. Okay, what is this? Huh? How do I... Okay. That's weird. That's really weird. Okay, Okay, I can look around, but if I press forward, then... Okay. And I can change directions with the keys. Alright, I see. That's strange, but I think I will get used to it. Now, can I still reclaim my boat? Yeah, I can. Alright, that's good. So, come on horse, we can leave now again. So, driving is fantastic, and oh dear, we are already 15 minutes into the episodes, and I haven't said so much about Iceland and about the journey, because I'm still trying to figure out how Minecraft 1.9 works and what I can do and so on. And but well, yeah, so driving is fantastic, and driving on gravel roads is amazing, and this is really a thing I thoroughly enjoyed as I was in Iceland during the summertime, as we visited the highlands, because those roads can be only used if you have an all-wheel drive Jeep vehicle, because yeah, sometimes you even have to cross a ford, and this is all the time exciting when you drive through flowing water. But this was not the case this time, as I said. Well, the highlands and most of those gravel roads are blocked, because, well, no one really removes the snow. And yeah, but nevertheless, it was really exciting. And if you followed me, or if you are a follower on Twitter, then you might have seen some pictures I posted of the icy roads. This was really, really interesting to look at the car and you just see ice and no asphalt. And this was really exciting, and this was a lot of fun to drive on those icy roads, and it was really an adventure, and this was cool. And well, of course, Iceland has a lot of volcanism and geothermal activities. And so we visited the geyser, and we saw some geothermal active areas. And wow, this was really fantastic, seeing all this in the snow and in the winter. And I think the highlight, of course, were the waterfalls, because due to the freezing temperatures, the waterfalls started to freeze, and so there accumulated a lot of ice around the waterfalls, and this was so impressive, this was so beautiful. And yeah, I think I posted some pictures of those waterfalls and of the environment in general, or of Iceland in general, on Twitter. So if you're a follower on Twitter, then you might have seen them, and if not, then, well, this might be a reason to become a follower of my Twitter account. And yeah, okay, so ice and snow, and wow, this was really fantastic. And yeah, so it was really an adventure. And we also had some storm. It was really strong wind, and this was really something I more or less experienced for the very first time in the strength, or such a strong wind. Sometimes it was really hard to walk around. And oh, I wanted to try out one thing. No, I like now to search for a good position for my water wall. Where do I like to have this waterfall wall with some flowing water? Yeah, what do I want to say? Oh yeah, strong wind. This was really, really crazy. It was sometimes really hard to walk because the wind was so powerful, and if you had the wind in the back, it tried to push you around, and if you if you tried to fight against the wind, then you had to really put some effort, and having the wind coming from the sides was also challenging because you had to lean into the wind, and this was really crazy and really amazing. So Yeah, it was really a great adventure, discovering Iceland in the winter. And as I said, the most interesting thing was all that snow and ice. And speaking of ice, yeah, I don't know where you live, but normally if you have something where tourists are walking around, you have some interesting place. Often the path and so on are free of snow, and they make sure that they are not slippery. But this was not the case in Iceland. Sometimes there was just ice, and all the paths were just ice. They were pure ice, and it was absolutely slippery. But luckily, we had some spikes for our shoes. Those were, well, they were some chains basically with some hooks, and they were attached to your shoe with some kind of rubber like band, and you just could pull the thing over your shoe, and then you had, well, shoes with some chains underneath them, and they were so helpful. This was really fantastic. We saw other tourists slipping, well, having some issues walking around, and they had really some issues, especially when it was going downhill or uphill, and we were just walking past them because we had those shoe chains, and this was really funny, and this was amazing. And so yeah, this was really an adventure. And what have we done? Well, the first 2 days we spent in the so-called Golden Circle. The Golden Circle is basically around Reykjavik and the most commonly visited attractions. This is of course, the geyser, the Gullfoss. This is a very, very huge and impressive waterfall. Yeah, it's a very narrow gorge, maybe like so, and you see the water flowing there, and then you have a gigantic waterfall, and this is so impressive seeing this. And well, it's impressive in the summer when the whole gorge is filled with some water vapor, but in the winter the whole thing was frozen, and there was a lot of ice, and this was so beautiful. And yeah, then there's the geyser, and the Golden Circle also includes the area called Thingvellir or so. I'm pretty bad at pronouncing Icelandic names, especially this volcano, the Eyjafjallajökull also. It's really complex to pronounce those names, so I will try while I'm talking about this, or while I'm well, telling you all the stories, all the adventures, to avoid pronouncing Icelandic names, because it's so complex to properly pronounce them. And yeah, so there's also this area, or this region or area called Thingvellir. This is a very important cultural place for Iceland, and this was the area where they had all their ancient meetings, and their basically the first government formed there and so on. And well, this area is also famous, as there is exactly the part where the European and the American continental plates meet, or better, where they drift apart from each other. So there is some kind of ravine, and this ravine gets larger and larger every year by, I don't know, 2 centimeters or so, because both continental plates are drifting away from each other, and so they are tearing away or tearing apart Iceland. And that's also interesting, and this is also a very fun thing to realize and to think, okay, let's say this is, well, it's not that clear, but okay, now I'm standing in Europe, and suddenly I'm standing in America, and this is really a fun thing to change between, or to travel between 2 continental plates. And yeah, those were the first 2. Oh, hi. Those were the first 2 days. And yeah, then let me in here. Then we moved on to, oh dear, so many things happened during the last 2 weeks, so it's really hard to remember. So the first two days we spent in the so-called Golden Circle, but our main goal was to travel to, well, the Golden Circle, by the way, is in the southwestern part of Iceland, and our main goal was to get to the northeastern part of Iceland. So we basically had to drive all around the coastline of Iceland to get to the northeastern part of it, because yeah, as I said, we can't go through the middle where the highland roads are, as they were full of snow and there was no chance to get path there. And so yeah, we had to follow the coastline, and wow, it was so amazing, it was so beautiful. And okay, we are already reaching the end of this episode, and I barely started to scratch the surface talking about the experiences in Iceland. So I think yeah, I have to end off this episode for now. I think I will maybe do some Iceland special episodes until Easter. Then I will leave again. And once I'm back from the Easter celebration, or Easter holiday, I will continue to answer your questions. So if you do have a question, you can answer them. You can ask them, and I will answer them. And yeah, just add or ask your question in the comment section, and I will try my very best to answer it. And maybe you have a question related to Iceland, and then I can maybe try my very best to answer it while I'm talking about Iceland. And yeah, okay, I think I'm stalling. I am stalling it right now. I think it's really time to end off this episode. I hope you had some fun, and I hope you will be joining me in the next episode. Until then, my name is Sebbi. See you! The sword looks awesome.